the vault theory. And it starts off with the Rochefoucauld map. We call it the MFR map. And on this map, we have on the left side, we have the what we call the landmark map. And then on the right side, we have what is called the compass rose. But the main thing about this map is the most interesting part of it is what's written down below. And when I first met Oliver, I thought this was a date, but Oliver said that with this un here, this is not a date in French, and that it was a number or distance. So the number is 1347 in French. Now, in order to understand this theory, you have to understand Nolan's cross because it's central to this theory. This theory emanates pretty much from Nolan's cross. And I find this truly amazing. And these are the dimensions of Nolan's cross. And the ones you really need to be, the one dimension you really need to be aware of is from the 0 to the bottom here, which is 722 feet, which is 429 feet plus 293 feet. So when you take 722 feet and you double it, you get 1,444 feet. When you convert that number on the Rochefoucauld map, 1,347, which is in a unit of measure, a French unit of measure that was before 1668. And that unit of measure is 326.6 millimeters. Now I have 327 millimeters because when you convert this number to this, you get 1443. If you use 327, you get 1445. So it's right in the middle of the length doubled of Nolan's cross. And I'll show you. So this is the number here, 1347, 1444. This is the length of Nolan's cross when you take the end stone to the midstone to the headstone and double it and extend it out. The other thing I want to point out too is this triangle right here, this extension triangle is geometrically part of Nolan's cross. You're going to see later that there's an 80-degree angle, which this creates. The number 80 is very important. And also the sides of these triangles in French pre-1668 units is 522 pied. The functions that we have discovered of Nolan's cross with this theory is the stop stone establishes a 45-degree angle to the triangle of Peter. The headstone basically is the center, the base center. The cross stones establish the base of the distance of the extension triangle, and the midstone establishes the distance for the height of the extension triangle. You're going to find that this extension triangle is very important. The end stone, which is the main start point for the 1445 distance, which is the distance of 1347 converted to our units. This right here is the application of the 1445 distance. If you notice that there are 3 circles, the center of this circle is the south anchor. The center of this circle is the north anchor. And the center of this circle here is the end stone. And if you notice, these are all equal distance to landmarks on the island. What is mainly being presented here is that it goes through the money pit, and also it's giving you a confirmation of triangle 2. Triangle 2 is very essential to opening up the west side of the island, as you'll see in a bit. Then we get into La Formula, which is the geometric symbols that create a French message. And at the bottom of that, I'll just go back here. On the bottom of this La Formula is this note right here. And this note has two things that are important. This right here, which is the number 80, which is disguised as a year, an 80th year, which is a birth, an age of a man that's being described in this paragraph. And then also this date, September 1st, and then 1978. And when you add those numbers together, you get the number 1986. When you take these numbers, when you take 1986 and convert it to modern foot units, you end up with this number, 2,130 feet. And the number 80 is an angle that corresponds to the extension triangle of Nolan's cross that is associated with this distance. So this is the 2130 distances. This right here is the extension triangle. This is an 80-degree angle. With this, you confirm the hole under the trap door. You'll also confirm the valve and the triangle of Peter from triangle 2. All these are equal distances. Notice also this angle here, it's the 80-degree angle. It sets up a point right here that is also to the valve. Now this is what Oliver and this is the MER Clues of Discovery. And when we discovered the scale, the 1347 scale, and this is basically the clues that set up this scale that is on this line right here. And it's in my last video that I did. I explained this completely. It's pretty long to explain all these, but Oliver discovered the anomalies within this text up here. And when you set the scale of this line, remember I said you had to scale it. When you do that from the extension triangle to here, 1347 pi to this line, at this angle right here, and it points to this cove in this island, which is the clue right here. It orients itself and it scales itself. And this is the 1445 scale, and it's showing that it's going through the money pit. And it also, the circle here that comes off of the scale point goes through the 1445. And all this right here has to do with the triangle of Peter. And this is the final integration of the finding of all the points on the island using the 1445 scale and the 2130 scale. The valve is the last one that I found, and this all sets up a parallelogram with the hole under the trapdoor, triangle 2, and the end stone. And the top stone is the 45 degrees that comes through the 45, 522, through the money pit, and ends up at the triangle of Peter. There's 3 distances that complete this map. Okay, I'm done, John.